get myself ready to open up and see what I gotta say. Mm, First, I want to go ahead and do this. I want to give thanks to the Great Mother for another day of waking up, seeing the light of day. The ancestral spirits of creation, the archangels, the angels, and the ancestors. I want to thank all of you for another day, and I ask of you all to guide those that are striving for righteousness and protect us from those low vibrational beings that claim to be striving for righteousness, but they're actually unrighteous. And I want to say thank you for always being in, always guiding, and always giving the guiding light and that guiding okay. And I wanted to say thank you for listening. Ashe and Ayia Bobo. Happy Friday, everybody. I ain't gonna be on here too long, but I really got some things on my mind. When it come down to the so-called black people of America, I feel like we're not. I feel like we're not working together as a unit, but divided all the time amongst each other, and we embrace others. I think that that is one of the issues that we face. It's one of the issues that we face as a people, divided and always opening and embracing others. And I cannot call us FBAs. I can't do all of that. However, I feel as though the path that we're going down now, I honestly think it's going to start being more unification. But we got to stop embracing others, like the trend that's going on with the whole ginger thing. That's another distraction to me. Um, I know where to get it from, and it has a lot of connection with the Irish blood and the Scottish and all the above. Now, the original Irish people were melanated. They were what you call so-called black or Moorish, however you want to call it. I would say Moorish, but neither here or there. Um, there's so much that we need to really start looking into when it comes down to our story. And it's a shame that we're too so divided amongst each other that we're willing to open up to others and say like, "Hey, yeah, y'all are a part of us," and da 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 da. But we have to start researching and start seeing how true this is with this whole ginger thing, and we got to know the history or the story behind it. But we're so willing to beef with one another, but embrace everybody else, and that's a sign of self-hate. There's still too much divide and conquer going around amongst our people, and you got so many people saying that they're for the people and by the people, but they're not for the people. How you doing, Jennifer Evans? You got so many people saying they're for our people and they look like us, but then turn around, they're not for our people. You get what I'm saying? You got a lot of people on the YouTube streets that say that they're for our people, but they're not for our people. You know what I'm saying? And it's really getting on my last nerve because our people are such a beautiful people that we welcome everybody except for ourselves. And it's sad that we work like that. But that's dealing with the divide and conquer on the reality of things when it came down to our people when we were enslaved and when our lands were conquered and colonized. And the root is so deep of hatred that we really need to be more self reflecting on why is this going on as a people. There's a reason why we're so behind on things. You know, many people say it's so-called white ideology or white supremacy. I will say that's part of it, but at the same time, it starts with watching these particular movies and cartoons as children, for us the Snow Whites and all this other stuff. We really need to start looking at things for face value and start realizing that we need more of us in the political parties and everything else. And we need to start building up our own communities. Um, but it starts at home. With if we have children, it starts at home. Like I have two little ones, and I teach them who they are. I let them know who they are. If I can reach my two, then I know I can reach others because they're going to go to school and go talk to their peers. We really need to look at what's going on because this whole thing with the ginger stuff. Oh, the ginger people are black or melanated or African American or whatever you want to call, or Moorish. We got to really dig a little deeper. Like when it come down to the Irish and the Scottish, the original Irish and Scottish did look like us. But where did the palm color people come from? They came from the Caucasus Mountains too. And along with that, people don't know that the original people of Ireland look like us, and they were called the Pygmy people, and that's where you get the story of the leprechauns from. Um, because that's how short they were in height. Someone was like a little tall, but they were short, and that's where they get the whole leprechaun idea from. Um, and what happened? The palm colored people that were over there, they were dying at the age of 30. That's as long as they could live. But when they started intermixing with the melanated people, the pygmy people over there, then they were able to live longer because of the pigmentation. And also what they would eat over there, their diet and all of that. But when they started mixing it with the pigmentation, it was game over after that. You get what I'm saying? And also, it's a well-known fact that we had people that had red hair as well. So it's like it's a cross between both things that I said. Um, and the thing about it is, we have a such thing in our community called, people that are passing for albino or Caucasian. Some of you say white, and we have people that can pass for that, and they don't want to admit that they are, melanated or so-called African American or Moorish or indigenous, however you want to call yourself. I try not to use the FBA word because it don't exist in the court of law. Um, and the only thing is that bothers me is that we are too divided, but we're welcoming everybody else to the cookouts. We're welcoming everybody else to our communities, but you're not welcoming if that make any sense. And that bothers a brother because it's like I never seen so much self hate, and I never seen so much polarizing of interracial dating and all this other stuff. And it's sad because when you are interracially dating somebody, you gotta get the pros and cons of everything. Are you really in love with this person? Or are you infatuated with the trinkets or the stuff that they get in return? Um, because at the end of the day, you got to be careful who you lay down with. That goes for both parties. That goes for all nationalities because everybody don't know about each other's culture. Many people say that African Americans don't have a culture. So-called African Americans don't have a culture, but you do. It's just that things are coming out now and coming to fruition. But I digress on that. At the end of it all, we have to wake up and realize what we came here to do and why we're so divided. We're too divided. Only time it's like we come together is when a brother or sister is being murdered or uh, something that's dealing with emotions. The media work on our emotions. Some YouTubers work on your emotions. Um, like some of these videos that's dealing with the battle of the genders or these gender wars. It's based off emotions. It don't have nothing to do with spiritual. It's all about emotions, and your emotions can literally blind your spirit side. I don't watch videos where you got women and men saying like, "Yeah, I have this side chick," and then you got the women. There's one woman I was looking at on video. She said that she's married, but she have a man on the side, and she wanted to like bring him into the relationship. Meanwhile, her husband don't even know nothing about it, and it's like Okay, but you didn't let your husband know you out there. How you doing? How you doing? Or turn this that Rio. How you doing? So it's like we can't resolve stuff like that. Like we really need some healing in our community. We need to really think about all of this because honestly, at the end of the day, you melanated and you in a interracial marriage relationship, no or not, you're battling. I'll get into that soon. You're battling another culture when you're interracially dating marriage because you have to learn the culture or people the family members might not like you and vice versa. And you always hear love conquers all, but at the end of the day, you know who suffer if you have children? They're the ones that suffer. A lot of them suffer. Like nobody not think about the children. We're living in a day and time of where racism is on an all-time high. Look what they did by bringing the Afrikaners over here. Do y'all know the reason why they brought them over here? One of the main reasons why they brought them over here because they're dying. A lot of palm colored people numbers of birth rates are low. And last time I checked, it was it's like negative something. So they're bringing the Afrikaners over here, who are racist, by the way, over here to push the agenda more distractions. When are we as a people going to wake up and realize that we have to fix us? We have to fix us and work on us. I got to talk to the sisters out there. Why do you Why are y'all a lot of y'all interracially dating brothers? Why are you a lot of you interracially dating? Why? What is the purpose of it? What are you trying to prove? Because after 2 generations, if your child start getting with somebody that's palm colored or another nationality, they're not gonna have your DNA, your features like that. I'm just saying, what is the purpose of it? What are you proving? You're being programmed. I understand I'm not against anything that people do, but it's like I'm really want y'all to start questioning yourselves. You have that much hate towards yourself and towards your mother and your father, your great grandmother, your grandmother, your great grandfather, great all of that. But yet, don't you know that everybody's trying to get with you because of the melanin? Did y'all know that the Chinese birth rates are low too? That's why they're going to Africa as well. They make anchor babies. Did y'all know that? Um, and I'm not pushing no negativity. I'm just trying to have y'all wake up on some stuff. At the end of the day, all we have is each other. And like Kevin Samuels said when he was alive, he asked his sister, "Are Latino women for Latino men?" And the sister was like, "Yes." "Are Caucasian women or for Caucasian men?" He said, "Yes." Um, Pretty much, I want to say it's East Indian women for East Indian men. He was like, "Yeah." "Is black women for black men?" She said, I don't know." She couldn't even really say anything. We gotta really come together on some stuff, man, and realize who we are as a people. Because what I noticed is that both parties, the brothers and sisters, it's like they want to live this dream, this fictional dream, this fictional dream of the white picket fence and all this other stuff. And last time I checked, it's 87% of black men that marry black women. That's the numbers that I found. But here's the kicker: 87% of black men are married, so-called black men are married to black women. 27% of so-called black women are not married. I mean, no, I think they're not. Yeah, I think they're not married or something like that. And it's like, wow. Like I said in the past, like when Lauren Hill and Common made a song, and the quote I'll never forget, and it said, Too many black men um claiming to be, what is it, baby mothers, and not to be wives or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's sad because I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing a lot of children that are biracial, and it's like they got to choose a side, and they shouldn't have to choose a side. If love is love, they shouldn't have to choose a side. If love is love, and we all supposed to get along, and we all love each other, no biracial child should have to figure out and try to choose any so-called race. Is love, but yet you have a lot of these biracial children that can feel like they gotta choose a side between is love, but yet you have a lot of these biracial children that can feel like they gotta choose a side between being on the melanated side or the palm colored side, or they could be mixed with so-called Asian and they gotta choose on that. I mean, we gotta start looking at all this because at the end of it all, the ones that suffer. And whatever you choose to be, whoever you choose to be with, that's on you. I just want you to wake up on some shit. Excuse my language, because we really have some things to start mapping out in our community. We gotta start taking out the damn coons. We gotta start taking out the coons in the community. We gotta get rid of the coons out of our community and all of that because this stuff is ridiculous. Because this I don't see no progress if we still gonna be like still having this self hate, but then when times get rough, we want to run back to a sister. We want to run back to you want to run back to a brother. Look at Lamar Odom. All the stuff that he lost, you know, and now he last time I checked, he was married to a sister. But he went instead of marrying a sister, he was with Khloe Kardashian. Now last time I checked, he was with a sister. He went when he went to his lowest low. That's when he went back to a sister. Like, come on, like we're not for each other's benefit to always rise each other up all the time, and then when we get to a certain level, we kick that sister or brother to the side. Me personally, I'd rather be with somebody that was with me when I didn't have anything. You know, I'd rather be with a sister be with a sister that was with me when I didn't have nothing, and then we grow together. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm old school because I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandfather told me that he went all across the globe when he was in the military, seen beautiful women from different races. But he said to me, "There's no race of women that can top so-called black women." He said, you're going to find our women in various shades, complexions, and beauty, and astonishing beauty. That's what my grandfather taught me. And I just want to know what the problem is and why we so divided. And I mentioned some of the things, and that's what I wanted to say. I don't want to be on here too long, but it just bothers me when I see the division amongst our people, and especially the brothers and the sisters. But yet, when we only come together when the time is right for some reason, or we have our sellouts that try to keep us from coming together. One of the things that's keeping us separated is none other than feminism. Feminism is breaking us apart too. And this dream that if I date outside my race, that I'm gonna be the happiest person ever, and that when I date outside my race, that I'm going to have a better life. There's a lot of stuff that go on behind the scenes of these interracial marriages and dating scenes. I will tell you a story, and then after that, I'll probably go ahead and just get off of here. I met a sister years ago on social media, and I'm cool with her sister. They both on social media, and the sister told me that she was in college, and she tried, and the brothers was pushing her. The brothers were pushing her there at the school, like at the college, like, yeah, go ahead and get with the Caucasian guy. He one of us. He's one of us. He down with the cause. That's what they were saying. He's down for the cause. He's down for the cause. She gave the guy a chance. Soon as they went behind the scenes and in the so-called bedroom, he told her, "You my slave." He told her, "You my slave." They messed her head up because they were intimately involved, and he was telling her that she his slave. The brothers didn't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? The brothers didn't even know nothing about that. Hey, I sure will. You know what I'm saying? And when he was in front of the brothers, he put a big old front. You feel me? He put a big old front. But when he was with her one on one, oh, the stuff changed. You my slave, you my N-word. See, I don't give a dag on what a lot of sisters say, a lot of brothers say. I know for a fact that you're facing some sort of racial tension. You can say, "Oh no, not my husband, no, not my man." Let me tell you something that Shahzad Ali said. Shahzad Ali said, when it come down to the sisters, when it come down to the sisters, if she's dating a brother, she gonna brag about him. If he's doing all these good things, she's gonna brag about him. But if she's dating a Caucasian man or a palm colored man, she don't brag about him if he doing all this, doing all that. She don't. She listen. Subconsciously, a lot of the sisters want to be with a brother, and that's why you got this so-called thing called the black effect that been going on social media, the black wife effect. And you got all these sisters trying to transform these Caucasian men to have them act like us. They trying to transform them into like us, trying to give them swag and everything. So, and the same thing go with the brothers. No problem. Same thing go for the brothers. Y'all be trying to get with these Beckys and stuff like that, trying to transform into sisters. Like literally, you can't listen. You can't change. Listen, no. Let's put it like this: a zebra cannot change the stripes. People were where they at, and that's where they at. Y'all gotta stop doing that. That's causing more divide amongst us. It shows a brother like me. If you're gonna date somebody outside your race, you trying to give them that swag like a brother do, or you trying to give them that energy that a sister do. Subconsciously, you want a sister or you want a brother. You just don't want to take that time. You don't want to take the time to go ahead and grow with the person. But you're willing to grow with somebody that don't look like you and try to change the narrative and try to change the energy. Now you got Caucasian women that tell so-called black women, we ain't gonna stop dating your man. And I know the reason to that. I know the reason to it. You know what the reason is? They want the DNA of that brother. There's a video that's been an old video where this brother interviewed a Caucasian woman and he asked her black or white guys. And she said if she want to live longer and have and her DNA to live longer, she chooses to be with a black man. It's dealing with genetics. Genetic survival. The so-called Asian community, their numbers are dwindling down too with birth rates. So they're going to people that's melanated. It's genetic survival. But you know what? You tell anybody that look like us this information and they in love with somebody outside of their cultural race, we're being racist, but we're telling you the truth. It's about genetic survival. That's all it's about. Listen, it's about genetic survival at the end. Everything is dealing with the survival of genetics, period. In order for their genes to live on, they need somebody that's melanated to live on. Why nobody don't see that? Why nobody don't see it? But yet we want to be so divided amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? We want to be so divided amongst each other for what? I need that sister like that sister needs you, brother. Listen, I remember reading the the magazine Vibe when I was a teenager. The Vibe magazine when I was a teenager. I'm 44 now. And it was a segment with this sister that was dating outside her race. And I really want y'all to pay attention to this. And I'm not just attacking sisters because I'm coming at the brothers too. Because I need to let y'all realize how we need each other and why the hell this stuff going on. The sister in the article said she was interracially dating a palm colored man, dating a palm colored man. She was called, I'm gonna say it again, she was called the N word. I'm telling the truth. You see that, right? Y'all see that, right? You see how YouTube just did me, right? So she was called the N word by his peers. Game. Peep game. She was called the N word by his peers. And she came to him and said, "What are you gonna do about it? They calling me the N word, but they're calling me the N word." You know what that palm colored man said? Don't worry about it. Don't ignore them. Ignore them. Don't worry about what they say. So what? They calling you that word. This was in a Vibe article like some years ago when I was a teenager. And he told her, that's what she said. She said, "Don't worry about the N word. Don't worry about them calling you that." And she looked at him like, "What you mean? Don't worry about it. They're calling me out my name. N word B and everything." And this man who she looked at as a man who she thought could protect her, he told her to ignore it. Now, when a brother and sister together, and they hear that stuff, you know what time it is? It's time to use them hands. Let's be real. It's time to use them damn hands, ain't it? If your man is a brother and they call your man an N word, your woman is a sister, they call her the N word, y'all be ready to knuckle down, right? Look what happened a couple years ago with what happened in Alabama when the brother threw the hat in the air when when them Caucasian people was attacking the brother. Soon as he threw that hat in the air, that was a signal. That was that call on the ancestors, and all these brothers and sisters came to the aid. See, everybody, everybody wants to be in our culture, but they don't want the struggle in our culture. I'm gonna say it again. Everybody want to be a part of our culture, but don't want the struggle of our culture. And I mean what the hell I say. Everybody wants to be a part of our culture, but don't want the struggle of our culture. Now, mind you, I'm for everybody that's human or the whole human race, but I keep saying on my channel, first comes first, my people come first, and worst come to worst, my people come first. Why? Because my people are the only ones that don't know who the hell they are walking around as sleeping giants. That's why my people walking around this daggone country as sleeping giants and the true trendsetters of the world that everybody want to mimic, from the Asian community over there in Korea, China, and everybody. Everybody want to have the cornrows. Everybody want to have all of that. Everybody want to be rappers all of a sudden, but they want to also use the N word, which is a no in our community. We use the word. See, people don't know the etymology and the real breakdown of the word nigga. It comes from the word nigga. What is it? Nig, niggas. Yeah, niggas. I think that's what it's called. Which is Negus. It also means king or god. See, that's why we need to realize certain things. And I really want to let sisters really know this. I really need y'all to hear this. Okay? I really want brothers to hear this. You are gods and goddesses in human flesh. You are sleeping giants that they don't want to wake up. They don't want you to wake up. Everybody mimic and copy you. Don't you know I forgot the name of the institute, but it's over there in Britain. They study our people, and what they do, they try to put out trends out there for us to start making trends to see how everybody mimic and copy off of us. It's over in Britain. I forgot what the institute is called. They do a study on us all the time, and I'm talking about us over here. Many of you don't even know that we were already over here from day one. Y'all better look up Mansa Musa, King Mansa Musa. You need to look him up. We were already over here. Look up the Yamasee Native American tribe that's in South Carolina, the Washita. Look up the Washita Empress on YouTube. Look up the Empress Sheba III. She tell you the kingdom of Africa was stretched from Africa over here to the Americas. Y'all were already over here. There was only a little bit of people came over here on slave ships. But here's the thing: everybody want to mimic you. from the brothers and sisters over Africa. The Afro beats is nothing more than hip hop in their language, R&B and stuff in hip hop that we made in their language, and they know they're influenced by us. Y'all listen. I have nothing against the brothers and sisters of Africa at all, but they know their influence in music. The thing that's in the way is tribalism, because they tell them over there not to fool with us over here and say we violent and all of that. That's another reason why they have a lot of disliking, because they're being lied to over there to come over here. But you notice they shut that stuff down since Trump been in office now. But yet you're bringing Afrikaners over here. Y'all listen. Before the storm is over, we got to go through the storm. Let this shit that's going on become a reality check for y'all to wake the hell up. See, I come on my channel. I appreciate you saying that, Corporate Gaming Channel. I'm listen. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. Just send me just leave your email and leave everything in a comment. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna look on your channel right now. I'm trying to look on your channel, but I feel like I see like I can't. Um, let me see. I'm gonna see. Okay, you got okay. I'm gonna try to subscribe to your channel. I'm gonna look you up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to wake up, because I'm at the point. Everybody on. I listen. I love all my fellow YouTubers that's in that's in the spiritual community. I love all of us. I love all of us. But we got to call a spade now, man. All this spirituality, all the spirituality that we talk, yeah, we know about the reincarnation, coming back to different races and all. We know that. But right now, guess what? You look like this. There's a reason why you chose to be melanated, because you know what it was, when you came back down here, and why you chose to be melanated, because you wanted to go back to how you were in the original form that you were in the beginning. You wanted to go back and come back as a melanated man and woman that you were in the beginning of time. Before you reincarnated again, you said, I'm going back to my normal form. All those races you have in your DNA, that's what you were in other lifetimes, but you chose to go back to your natural form. I'm just saying it to a lot of people that's spiritual and all that in the spirituality community. I want y'all to know that they look like this. Y'all came back like this to start helping uplift your people, to wake them the hell up. We can say love is love all day, but until our people wake up, until our people realize who the hell they are, until our people realize that there's a divide and conquer going on, we're going to keep on saying kumbaya. I'm at the point right now, listen, I'll kumbaya later. Fuck that. I got to get my people to wake the hell up. Because everybody followed you as a nation. Everybody be waiting for what you're going to do. Why do you think everybody wants you to do their protest? Your power, your energy is serious. But we got too much division going on. Tribalism, then we hating on each other for no reason. That's a form of tribalism. Tribalism is a form of self-hate. I should not hate a brother and sister from Africa like that brother and sister from Africa should hate on me. I shouldn't hate nobody from the Caribbean, because guess what? We one of the same. We go through the same struggle. We have the same enemy. We have the same enemy. Exactly. We have the same enemy. What is that? The so-called white ideology. You're listen, and I'm not trying to badmouth the people that are palm colored. You're dealing with a people that's only 6,000 years old, that came from the Caucasus Mountains, that's right there between the Black and Caspian Sea, and they're trying to teach you your history. They're trying to teach you what to eat and what not to eat. You have scholars and educators like Dr. What's his name? Dr. Sebi. You had all these different people that was teaching you about what we should be eating on. Now, mind you, I have nothing against our brothers and sisters in the spiritual community, but what our brothers and sisters also know that they put out there sometime is that all the spiritual talk would to come down to Christianity and all that stuff originated from out of our spiritual practices, our spiritual systems, from the voodoos and all of that. All them religions came from out of our shit. Did y'all even know that the Vatican used the Santeria priests or Santerios for their rituals low key underground while everybody going to their daggone Catholic church? Did y'all know that? And you know that the Santeria tradition comes from the Yoruba people, and they practice under, or if not behind, the scenes at the Vatican churches or the Catholic churches. Did y'all know that? And those same priests are practicing and calling upon ancient melanated beings from the Yemoja, the Oshun, Shungos, all of that. Did y'all know that? They're using your shit every day. And they give you the Bible and laugh at you like, we got these dumb ninjas. We got them. Meanwhile, we're practicing their stuff. Meanwhile, we're gonna practice their stuff behind the scenes and give them the Bible. We're gonna give them the Catholic Bible. We're gonna go ahead and give them the Jehovah's Witness Bible. We're gonna go ahead and give them the what's the name of that the what's the name of them people? Them Latter-day Snakes Saints people. I'm about to call them snakes, but that's what they are. Anyway, um the uh the Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. They give you their Bible. Did y'all even know that it's an old video that showed that they said that the black skin was cursed in their old in their philosophy, their old philosophies and breakdowns? And you're saying you're a Mormon. The Mormon church had a video stating that an old video that's been banned, saying that black people were the cursed people of the devil, and that the people that were palm colored were the pure ones. This is an ongoing war that's been going on for eons, y'all. But yet here we go. We want to go ahead and act like people that don't look like us. And we first think, oh, our culture been robbed. Soon as we start going into like our ancient traditions like the Ifa, Voodoo, Palo Miombe, all of this, Santeria, all that, we go into all that. Guess what? We're always being called, it's always being called witchcraft and always being called devil stuff. Let me tell you something. There was nothing devilish about it, because I'm going to be real with you. How you doing, J-Dub? I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be 100% real with y'all asses. That Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, and Palo Miombe, and all that is your shit, black people. They demonize your shit because they don't want you to wake the fuck up. That is your shit that they're using. That's your shit that they're using, and they give you the Bible and say it's demonic, but guess what? They're using your shit every day on you, and they're calling on your ancestral spirits. Them same ancestral spirits are connected to all the chakras in your body. Did you know that? The whole chakras is ancient. They come from ancient Lemuria, where we were located at. It was also connected to ancient Kemet, which you call Egypt, and also the Kemet of the West, which is the United States of America. This is stuff they don't want to tell you. They want to keep you divided. Don't want you to wake the fuck up because y'all too fucking strong as a people, and your women, I gotta tell sisters, you are the sacred geometry when it come down to Freemasonry. Brothers, you are the gatekeeper of the gates of the gates of heaven. You know what the gates of heaven really is? It is connected to the womb of the black woman. Everybody is trying to get to the gates of heaven, which is the black woman's womb, which is connected to the black woman's womb. The original woman was known to be the original guardian angel, the original guardian of what? The original guardian of the ancient secrets. What ancient secrets? What I'm talking about? The ancient secrets of the divine energy that we call God, also that's dealing with the Eve gene. The mitochondria DNA. Henrietta Lacks. Look at that look at her. See, we gotta really start talking about this shit. They want to divide us every fucking time. Brothers, you come from that bloodline. In the beginning, there was a matriarch, not a patriarch. We all get our names from a woman. We all came through the womb of the woman. What they don't tell you is that the womb is also called the Stargate, which is a portal. See, I don't want to get too deep, but I really want y'all to realize they did a number on us, and it's been going. They saying 400 years. It's longer than 400 years that this has been going on. I'm gonna give it 500 years. And when it come down to the Latino brothers and sisters, I really want y'all to know something. Y'all are only 500 years old as a race of people. Y'all are a mixture of us and the Spaniards. And I'm being real. Look at the brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico. Y'all better look that up. Because the brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico, what they not saying is that their culture is Yoruba, Santeria, or anybody from Latin America, from the Dominican Republic, South America, the Mexicano, people from Mexico, all that. A lot of your stuff came from African traditions. I'm just being honest with you. And what they don't tell you that this is also considered Africa over here, which is the U.S. We need to stop being divided, so-called black man, black woman, because we're always accepting everybody else to the cookout except for our own. Like, what the hell? What more do you want? What more do you want from other nations of people that love and hate you at the same time? Hey, what's happening, fam? What's going on? Why you want to keep on? Why you want to keep on entertaining the people like this that love and hate you at the same time? They mimic you. They want to be you. What's going on? Cook pork chop. I mean, it's like everybody that's watching. I just want to say greetings to everybody, but I'm just saying, think about this. I'm not making it a race thing. I'm just calling it how the way it fucking is, yo. It's getting to be crazy. Yet here we go. We got sisters on YouTube. Yeah, I got me a Caucasian man, and think that he's gonna be their savior. You brothers be thinking that these Caucasian girls are gonna be your savior. Some of you brothers be dating Asian women, think they're gonna be your savior. Yes, I remember that, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm trying to understand the logic of this stuff. You looking at all these other nations, the savior and stuff for the people that look like you. You're your own savior. Y'all been waiting for a sky daddy to come save you for I don't know how long. Oh, listen, do you know why Haiti kicked the French ass and what they came to the realization of? They realized that they went into voodoo and realized that their God is connected to their God is connected to voodoo. And you know what they did? They said, fuck this. Enough is enough. You know what they did? They had women, a lot of women. People don't know that the women played a part in it. Mainly the mulatto women played a part in that because a lot of their husbands was killed by the French, and the so-called mulatto women got together with the Haitian brothers and sisters and said, "Fuck this!" So they started poisoning. I'm just summarizing. They started poisoning those French motherfuckers, and then they used voodoo and told motherfuckers, mainly Mackendall. Mackendall told I think the French, if you kill me, I'm gonna come back as I forgot the insect it was, and I'm gonna kill you like that. I'm just summarizing and paraphrasing it. And Mackendall did that shit. He came back reincarnated as hundreds of these insects and started attacking the French. When we go into our spiritual practices, we don't fear death. We know that death is only a journey on this when it come down to this path. We know that there's reincarnation. I did a small video that said that I think I said 30% of our people that practice Christianity believe in reincarnation and they meditate. Subconsciously, we know there's a life after death. So why fear it when you know right is right and wrong is fucking wrong? We should not fear nothing. If we're here to do fucking God's work, came here to do God's work. Why we got to find other nations to feel comfortable and say, love is love and I'm in love with it? But you're in love with them, but are you in love with yourself? That's the question. Are you in love with yourself? Are you in love with yourself? Because when you dating outside, you got to remember your granddaddy, your great granddaddy, your great grandmama, your grandmama, all of them look like you. I mean, I know we're not 100%, who we are, but I really want y'all to know, that many of us were already over here, and a lot of us have a connection to Louisiana. People don't tell you that Louisiana and Haiti are connected. I did the research. When Nat Turner was around, they asked who sent him. He said Jean Jacques Dessalines was the one that sent him when he was slaughtering those so-called slave masters. That's what he said. Thank you, Cobra Gaming. Exactly. We shall not fear. We shall not fear. We shall fear not man. Truth. Right. That's what I'm saying. Why fear people that's scared for you to go back to who you really are spiritually? These people are scared of you to go back into your spiritual practices. Why do you think they keep on pushing Christianity on you all the time? The what is it? Catholicism. They trying to push that Mormon crap. Think about it. Listen, they don't want you going back into nothing that's on a high spiritual level. They don't. They don't. They really don't. They got you thinking that darkness is evil. Oh yeah, the darkness, that's evil, that's the devil. That's the devil. When your ass came out of darkness, what is darkness? Triple darkness to be exact, which is the womb. Triple darkness is the womb. You came out the womb, triple darkness. Your mother had 3 trimesters to give birth to your ass on this planet. You came from darkness into the light. Everybody that practice the Masonic teachings, not just that practice the more science teachings, they know this stuff. Look, there's a video on YouTube talking about this Greek deity named Nyx, Nyx, and it said that she came before God. Here's the story for you. Professor James Smalls, when he was on Sinetta years ago, it's called Professor Smalls. I think it's something about Hebrew Israelites. It was a sister that came and questioned him. Oh, hey, this is what I do. I don't know. I guess the ancestors wanted me to talk to y'all today. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, cause it's Friday, it's Venus Day, but I'm neither here or there. It's like this. Professor James Smalls was interviewed. A sister walked up to him, and I really want y'all to hear this. This came out Professor James Smalls' mouth. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but I'm trying to remember everything he said. The sister walked up to him. You know what I'm saying? The sister walked up to him and asked him, "Who are we?" And Professor James Smalls looked at the sister and he said, "I'm gonna tell you an ancient Egyptian text." He said that the great Amen that people say Amen, which is Amen, that goes to Amen Ra, the sun. He said the great Amen Ra looked at his daughter, who is Mayat, who's known as Lady Justice, who holds the scale, and he said he looked at his daughter Mayat, and then he started wondering something, and he came, no problem, and he came to a thought that he was not God. He turned around and found out it was his mother, the goddess that gave birth to him. It was exactly Madonna, the Black Madonna, that gave birth to him. And he was astonished. He was like, "Well, I'm not the real one. My mother is." This is an ancient Egyptian text. Listen, A goddess can only create a god, y'all. Y'all need to look up Sophia and the demiurge, all of this stuff, man. Listen, they are trying their best to keep you fucking sleep, y'all. They doing their best. If we keep these ninjas sleep, we can get with the men and the woman, exactly, mother and child. And the Trinity was Father, Mother, Child. That was the real Holy Trinity, right there. The real Holy Trinity was the Mother, Father, Child. That was the Trinity. But this is what they realized: like, if we can take that and take the woman out, we're gonna make the woman try to keep on redirecting me, right? Reconnecting me. That's why they keep on saying the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the mother. Why she's holy? Because she holds the keys to bring you in here from the spirit realm to the physical realm. I'm telling y'all what I know. I don't have to make up none of the stuff that I'm saying. But they know that the so-called black woman's womb is the most powerful womb there is, because only one race of women have the Eve gene, which is the mitochondrial DNA, and that's the black woman. Don't believe me? Look this shit up, brothers. Your phallus is connected because you have that X chromosome in you. This is scientific shit. When you get with these other races of women, that's why the so-called black race still live on too. Same thing with you sisters. You get with men from other races. Guess what? You're still having the so-called black race live on, but by you not really preserving your culture, you can't teach your babies your culture. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. I'm telling y'all this shit out of love, yo. I'm not out here just talking. All of your spiritual practices, these motherfuckers use on you on a daily basis. Matter of fact, there was a good sister who YouTube channel got taken down. Her name was M. Mitchell, the anti-sheeple pleaser. And I love that sister. Shout out to her. She literally did a video years ago. And I remember getting on her live and also giving her a comment. And I was like, I was told, listen, y'all, I get downloads from the spirit realm a lot. I'm just letting y'all know. When I'm at my highest point and I'm in my quietest point where nobody's not bothering me, I get a lot of downloads spiritually. I'm not making this stuff up. So one day she went live, and I was like, I heard spiritually, like, the alphabet boys hold a handbook of our spiritual practices from the voodoo and Ifa, Santeria, and all of that. I was told that. Why the sister came on her live channel years ago and said, I got information for y'all. She was like, the alphabet boys have a handbook of our spiritual practices. That's how they're able to use this stuff on us. And that's why when we watch TV, we go into a trance and all of that. I was like, bingo, even down into movies. Y'all, everything I'm telling you, I'm not making it. Did it again. They don't want you to hear this shit. They don't want you to know this shit. They don't want you to know this. See, you got sisters like Real Kaya and all, and Black the Wet and Black Witch Yaya. You got all these sisters. You have Hood Mystic. You have Hood Mystic. You have Bobby Hemmett videos. All these people telling you who you are, melanated people, so-called Black people of America. They're telling you who you are. Yep, Dr. Ben Yakin, and yes, I'm telling y'all. Listen, man, all this stuff I'm telling you, I ain't making this shit up. They're trying to keep you from learning this stuff. But yet here you go. You're trying to get validation from other nations when other nations are trying to get to you for validation. They're trying to get to you for validation. Why do you think they culture appropriating your shit? Do y'all know? Okay, do y'all know that in Louisiana, that is a Jewish woman that is a high priestess in voodoo? Did y'all know that? That's your shit, and she's using your shit. There was a brother. I took a lift one day. I took a lift one day. Yep. Salute. Exactly. Salute. From. Oh, thank you. No problem. I took an Uber one day. Lyft or Uber one day, and I was talking to this brother from Nigeria, and I was talking about Ifa and all of that, talking about Oshun, Obatala. I was talking to him about all of that. He said, "Brother, can I tell you something?" He said, "What they're not telling you is the Jewish people bought a lot of." He said something about a book that pertained a lot of our ancestral spirits. He said that the Jewish people bought that and they use it. Y'all, listen. There's people that practice Ifa where they I want y'all to hear this. They cut the neck of a chicken and they throw it at the crossroads. Guess who else do it? Jewish people. They using our stuff. Y'all, we what we used to do in ancient times, we didn't use our mouths. We use what you call telepathy. That's how powerful we are, y'all. It's actually real. Telepathy is real. We used to communicate like that. In Lemuria, they used to communicate with telepathy. Listen, the word Lemuria has Lemuria. It's another word for more, which is us. We were the original people on this country and also in Lemuria. There's a sister. Look up the Washita Empress. She talks about the illegal purchase of Louisiana. But yet here we go. We're trying to get validation from all these other different cultures that don't look like us. You keep on trying to get validation with people that look like this, and people honestly that don't look like you trying to get validation from them, but they looking at you for validation and they invading what? Your cultures. Did you even know that ancient Asian culture is actually so-called African culture? Did y'all know that? That a lot of these cultures, like in Asia, actually originated from us. Dr. Eugene Adams, the Africans in Asia, look it up. But yet here we go, we trying to get validation from other people, from other nations. We want to be we so divided amongst ourselves, but we accept others. What's up with that? Do you even know how powerful your culture is? It's sad. This is a sad time that we're in. Listen, I can't remember the name of the book, but there's a book that's out that have a sister on the front cover being being covered by all these nations of men. I forgot the name of the book, and they all grabbing her womb. I forgot the name of the book, and if I find out, I'll let y'all know. And it's sad because in the book, the sister there's tears coming down because all these nations of men are grabbing her and holding her womb too. Brothers, we gotta realize about our sisters, man, about our women and sisters. Y'all need to realize the power that y'all have when y'all with a brother, a real brother, not these bum Negroes, but a real brother that's a man, a real man that's going to protect and provide and also be a teacher for you to wake you up. Same thing, brothers. You need to have the patience of knowing who a sister is out here that really give a damn about you. I ain't talking about no Pookies. I ain't talking about no Ray, no Shanays. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the real ones, man. Listen, this whole passport bro movement, I honestly think I don't want to knock it, but at the same time, they're not using it for the betterment of good. A lot of them are not. A lot of them are not. If I feel like if you're gonna be a passport bro or passport sister, you need to get with a brother them from overseas. Then, if that's the case, to keep your DNA going. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting tired of seeing this shit, yo. I'm getting tired of seeing it because I'm like, yo, we are beautiful people. Why we keep on trying to get validation? No problem, Cobra Gaming Channel, no problem. It upsets me as a brother, and I'm like, yo, like we are beautiful people. Why we need validation from other nations for? We don't need validation from none of them. They keep on coming to us, copying off of us. Listen, we made every genre of music, y'all, even down to classical music. We made every genre of music. We made every great dance and everything that damn it is. Everybody trying to copy and want to be like us. Exactly. Exactly. We need to wake up, y'all, and stop fucking playing. I just want to be real with y'all, yo. Like, listen, this is the most live as I got on a live, man. And it's like, I guess something just came over me. Something came over me and was like, yo, enough is enough, yo. I'm saying, listen, I'll be real with y'all, and I'm a indigenous over here. Look up Mansa Musa. Then the term Black American or African American is actually a food. It's a food. When you see it's a food that's dealing with that's pertaining to like pork, chicken, and all that other stuff. Exactly. It is repeating itself. Thank you for saying that we're but we know what we're melanated. We're not black. Black means death in the court of law, y'all. Goodness. I mention all the time it's the Black Law Dictionary. I think it's the fourth edition about the word black, and also in the fourth edition in the Black Laws, look up the word American, and the word American means copper colored. Listen, in in the 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 black the fourth edition, black means deaf if I'm not mistaken, colored in that. America means copper colored. Once again, in the Black Laws Dictionary, fourth edition, okay, fourth edition, American means copper colored. Look this up. I'm not making up none of this stuff. When you call yourself black, you're pretty much calling yourself dead. So you got this thing called foundational black American, which means foundational dead American. In the court of law, in the Black Laws Dictionary. Listen, you are indigenous to this land. There's a sister who I look up also. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for saying that, family. I'm glad that everybody's coming forth and saying this stuff. I want y'all to come and say all of this now, so everybody can start putting all the dots and connecting them together now. Listen, how can I put this? There's a book called From Babylon to Timbuktu. That's one book you can get. They came before Columbus by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. Um, there's a book called Blind's Distortion of Historical Facts by Shannon Jolly. I'm naming some books for y'all to start your journey on. Okay. Um, I'm trying to remember some other books. I'm trying to remember some other books. Just give me a second, because it's like so many things going in my head right now. So many things going on in my head because y'all done got me started before I got off this channel. Before I got off the channel. Okay. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. It goes back to Lemuria. Goes back to Pangea. Y'all look up the Empress of the Washita on YouTube. She talked about the illegal purchase of Louisiana and everything. You get that? I'm with you on that, like for real. Listen, the whole goal was to divide us as a people. Those brothers and sisters in Africa are your kinfolk. Those brothers and sisters over there in the Caribbean, kinfolk. Listen, me and my lady was talking last night. Barbados, she said Barbados is still conquered by Britain. See, we not looking at all of this shit, y'all. Like it's like it's a big old mind f. Now I love all, like I said, I love all my brothers and sisters that spiritual on YouTube, and you talk about all these the traditions and the culture that we had that we used. Exactly, Haiti. That's what I like all of that. And I said Louisiana is connected to Haiti. Exactly. The only thing that can break black people's self hate spell is God. We love each other, hate each other, and exactly. And see, the thing about it, we are the essence of the creator. We are the essence of the creator. So we got to start moving and striving, but we got to understand, we got to accept everybody that really speaking the way that we're all talking, we all coming from different walks of life, different practices and everything. One thing we have in common, we need to really look at is we have that one common enemy, and that's the so-called white ideology, what they call white supremacy today. We need to really put a lot of our stuff to the side and start realizing, like, yo, we'll deal with that stuff later that you got going on. We gotta deal with this shit now. We gotta deal with this shit now because this whole so-called white ideology, it ain't working for us. Look at our people. Look how it affected our people. A lot of our people are having they having bad things with that. They having deteriorating mental health. Their mental health is deteriorating and all of that. Exactly. I'm with you. Exactly. Yep. There's like the brother over there, like you said, in Mali. Yeah. People don't even know that the people in Mali, matter of fact, the Dogon tribe have were the ones that really broke down the whole what is it? That broke down the whole astronomy breakdown when they was talking about that their ancestors come from the stars, and they talk about Sirius B and Sirius A, Sirius B, and these daggone so-called palm-colored archaeologists trying to figure out how the hell did they know this? How did these so-called black men knew this? How they knew it was Sirius B out there? They didn't have what is it, a telescope or whatever. They trying to figure that out still to this day. Let me tell you, man. I come to y'all with the utmost honesty and love, man. Um, at first I was thinking about leaving YouTube. I was thinking about leaving YouTube, y'all, like for real. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I don't know where I'm gonna go at with this. And I've been struggling on what I've been wanting to talk about. But today said something told me like, stop doing what you're doing and speak to the people. Man, I bought me something to eat. I ain't eat the food yet. It's sitting on my damn step right now. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm talking to y'all for like like an hour and 10 seconds. Damn it, almost an hour and 10 seconds because I love y'all as much as my people. I love our people. I love our people. I love our women, man. Across the planet, I love our women. I love our women from all walks of life that's out there, y'all. From the sisters in Africa, from the sisters in the Caribbean, the sisters over here, the sisters that's in that's in Australia. I love our women, man. I love all our women that's all over the planet, yo, that look like us. I love our brothers, man. Our men, our brothers are strong, man. Us brothers, we strong, yo. Like for real, like we tolerate so much as a people. We tolerate so much as a people. But when is it going to be a time when we say, you know what, yo, screw that. It's time for us. It's time for us. And I ain't just talking about over here. I'm talking about across the planet. It's time for us. It's our time. We done let everybody do what they doing and yada 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 yada. Woo, woo, woo. Oh really? Dang, that's what's up. That's what's up. It's time. It's time. We really need to clean up our communities. We really need to start putting our foot on these politicians because the word politics, man, is politics, man. They listen. We make up what is it, 1.3 or 1.4 trillion as consumers. When we stopped going to Target, look what happened. They trying to find ways of having us go back to Target and buy stuff as consumers because they're closing up stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all, make it even better. We need to do the same thing to Walmart. That's attack the Walton family on that note. If we can do that to Target, do that to Walmart. A lot of people don't know the racism that go on in Walmart either. Nobody want to talk about that. We need to start going after them too. Listen, all this money that we do, do bring as consumers, we need to start investing our money with each other to make our communities better. We need to start investing and learning how to invest and become financial literate. One of my mentees that I taught since she was 16. I have a lot of students that I have taught spirituality and everything. He said, "Don't talk about the Madonna in the South." Now, I have a mentee that I taught since she was 16, and she's highly into tech, highly into tech. And she was like, "Bro," I said, "Yes, yes. What's going on, sister?" She was like, "Our people need to be educated and learn the way of technology before we get left behind." I said, "Well, sister, that's where you come in. You know what she's doing? She made a program for the children here in my city for families that can't afford and teaching them tech. We can do it, beloveds. We can do it. Um, I want you to break down the Madonna in the South for me because I gotta do research on that because I don't think I heard of the Madonna of the South. So if you can, just email me. Um, is Brandon Forte. I mean Brandon 48. Brandon 48. Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. Once again is Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. Okay. I spell it for you. B as in Bob, R as in Randy, A as in Apple, N as in Nancy, D as in Donald, O as in Orange, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank, O as in Orange, R as in Randy, T as in Thomas, E as in Eden, 48 at gmail.com. I'm always looking at my email. I check my email every minute, and every hour. I always check my email, always. But I'll do it. Give it to y'all again. It is Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. I really want to let y'all know that I thank y'all for watching me, and I'm hoping that I helped out, and I hope I touch base on the topic. Everybody, I love all of you. Happy Friday or Happy Venus Day. May y'all weekend be great. Um, and I'm gonna do another live, hopefully, probably Monday or Tuesday. Okay, and I'm gonna figure out. Hey, no problem. We all needed it. I needed this. This is something that I feel like we all just needed. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us been thinking like that. A lot of us been thinking like that. Uh, um, Marze, Marze, did you get my email? I love that name. I know it's French too. Are you Haitian? Just curious. And are you male, female? Because I don't want to just be disrespectful before I get off of here. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I respect everybody. But Marzi, I appreciate you, Corey Gamer, everybody that watched. I appreciate all that commented. Spread the video because I'm about to go ahead and take it off of private. Spread the video, get the likes up and everything. May we have this channel grow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to say this for a while. I just, it's like this. I'm all about our people. No, it's B as in Brandon. You got it spelled it right. My last name is Forte 48 at gmail.com. That's my email. Okay, let me know if you got it. You can just I'm not gonna get off until I see if you got it right now. I'll just let you know because I don't want to leave you hanging like that. I want everybody to email me because I check my emails all the time, y'all. I really do. You know what I'm saying? It's just that today a spirit just came over me and said, "Yo, let them hear what you have to say," and I'm like, it hit me hard because I would thank you. I appreciate y'all too. Um, it hit me hard because I live in the city of Baltimore and I see the division, not just here, but all over the country, even in different countries with us there, even down to our brothers and sisters, our kinfolk in Africa. And it's too much divide and conquer. It's too much dividing amongst all of us because we all suffer from the same thing, tribalism, which dealt with colonization and all of that. And, you know, we were already indigenous over here. And I did readings I did a lot of reading on stuff, and then the sister named Miss Nebraska on Instagram, on TikTok. I recommend y'all listen to her. The sister named Miss Nebraska on TikTok. I recommend y'all listen to that sister. She talk about the connection to Haiti and Louisiana. All right, you almost got it. Add an E. Get rid of the AY. Get rid of the AY. E. Put an E right there to replace the AY 4048 at gmail.com. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did it because I'm gonna be on here sometime. Really, I'm gonna start showing like books like I always do. Um, References because I give a lot of references on books that I read, and you can always look them up. Um, I came across a lot of this information when I was like 16. I'm 44 now, but I really started when I was a teenager. And I have friends from all walks of life. I have friends that are Greek, all of that. And one of my friends that's Greek, he was like, "Yo, he's like, you always been like this since we were in high school." He said, "One thing I want to thank you and the brothers for." He called us brothers, like us melanin. He like, "I want to thank you and the brothers for." He said, "Y'all embrace me with the culture." He said, "I be defending the culture." He said, "Especially hip hop." He like, "I defend that." When I hear somebody try to talk bad about it, I'm like, "No, brothers and sisters of the so-called African American race." He said, "That's what I call you." He's like, "But I know that's not y'all." And this guy's a banker. I call him brother too. He's a banker. He was like, "Yo, I can't let nobody take the culture." Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. My family's Creole. You know what I'm saying? On my father's side. And I have a Haitian blood. I have Haitian bloodline. I have a Caribbean bloodline. My family bloodline goes all the way to not just Nigeria or the Yoruba people. It's also connected to the people in Benin. It's connected to the people of Sierra Leone. It's connected to the whole Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that I want to say, like, but eventually I'm gonna let that all out because my fiance she did research on my family background, and I have two relatives that were two of the six founding members of the Black Panther Party, Reggie and Sherwin Forte. Reggie and Sherwin Forte, the two of the six original founding members of the Black Panther Party. And my fiance did research back in 2000, I want to say 12, and she found out that Reggie and Sherwin were related to the Empress of the Washita tribe. And the Empress that I've been telling y'all about, y'all can look up on YouTube. And she said, like, "Baby, you know that you are related to the Empress?" I said, "No, I didn't know that." And she was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Your family is related to the Empress of the Washita." And I said, "That's funny because the Washita were located in Louisiana, and that the Washita and the Yamasee are connected." And she's like, "Yeah, I know." She's like the Yamasee just branched off. She's like, "They all one and the same." And I'm like, "Wow." And I've been letting everybody know that the Louisiana people of Louisiana is connected to the Haitian and also the whole Caribbean. And then the I started talking about this empress named Sheba the Third, who's a lot who's hey, how you doing, Seth? Um there's a empress over in Africa named Sheba the Third. Look her up. Like 12 or 13 years ago, she was interviewed, and she said that the kingdom of Africa stretched from Africa to India to the Americas. This is real talk. Keep that in mind. Um, there's so much information. I got information I learned from Dr. Ben, Dr. Malachi York. What's his name? Elijah Muhammad. What's Eli Noble Drew Ali. I'm just naming a lot. You know what I'm saying? You say you gotta pick my brain. Man, you be surprised, man. Listen, I had family member. I had a group on Facebook called the Human Family of Star Seeds, man. And in that group, a lot of my mentees came out of there. I had like close to like 1,000 members. I'm not even active in the group no more. I'm about to erase the group, and I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. It's not that many people in there. But when I left the group alone, I started branching off and started really going into the star seed information. I started going into who we are as a people. Where did the star seed information come from? It originally came from us, and then however, the palm colored people hijacked it and said that they star seeds all of a sudden. Um, they've been saying a whole lot of stuff that hijacked our shit. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff, man. Um, I started reading on the different I started reading on reincarnation and how we can choose our nationality and race in this planet. I started reading a lot of stuff, man. And that's why I said earlier, a lot of our spiritual brothers and sisters that talk about the spirituality, the occult, and all of that. We really need to start realizing the reason why we became back melanin in this lifetime is because we wanted to go back to our original self and really start waking up our people, letting them know not to fear death, letting them know it is reincarnation. There's a real thing called reincarnation, and that we are also connected to the divine source. You know, we're living proof of it. You know what I'm saying? Because we came back with this mind that we have now to teach everybody else and not to fear death. Death is only a part of the journey. And you can't kill energy. Energy, all it do is recycle and then come back into another body if you got more work to do down on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I really want our people to know, because people that practice voodoo, they don't fear death. They know about reincarnation. Like I mentioned about Mackendall. Mackendall, he ain't scared. He wasn't scared when they killed him. He said he was gonna come back as an insect, and he came back as an insect and started attacking them daggone Frenchmen. You know what I'm saying? And over there in our family in Haiti, because I have family in Haiti, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we fought these motherfuckers, and a lot of people don't know that Haiti helped bring a lot of independence to other countries. They don't want to talk about that. The reason why they're attacking Haiti right now is because Haiti's sitting on almost $1 trillion of resources, gold, silver. There's actually a daggone meteorite over in Haiti that is similar to what is it? That's similar to that particular asteroid that was on Black Panther, the first Black Panther with Chadwick Boseman. Vibrate. It's like something similar to vibranium. See, nobody don't want to talk about this stuff. Instead, they want to talk about Diddy. They want to talk about all this BS that's distractions. They don't really want to talk about what's really going on in the planet. Like, why they have why all the governments are hooked up together and over there in Antarctica. Why all the governments in cahoots over there in Antarctica? What are they trying to hide from the people? Mainly, what they trying to hide from the melanated people. See, we got to start looking at all that stuff. Why is CERN on always looking and being on the brink of finding the God gene? What is the God gene? The God gene is the Eve gene. The Eve gene is the mitochondrial DNA that's only found in black women. Why? Why are they doing this? Why are they studying black matter? Think about we gotta start thinking about everything. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Marzi, exactly. So we gotta start thinking about stuff. This stuff has been going on since the beginning. And when I tell you that the people that's really on top look like us, not them, look like us, the people that's really on top. And this has been an ongoing war from day one, y'all. Like, they don't it's crazy. Like, that's why I said, like, we just gotta do more research. You know what I'm saying? And people being used as tools and puppets. But I love our people. At the end of the day, I love our people. I love our women. I love how our people move and how we. It's like this. Everybody going to mimic the original. You can't mimic the original. You can't copy from the original. And a lot of you brothers and sisters, that's out there interracially dating and everything, and you trying to make them people into looking like acting like your people. You can't copy the original. You can't change nobody into the original man or woman, the real mothers and fathers of civilization. You can't do that. You can't have somebody that don't look like us try to transform them into somebody that look like you. It don't work. What you're dealing with is nothing but the illusion of the conclusion, and know that you are pretty much messed up mentally. Exactly. So on that note, y'all, is your man Green Light Cosmic Angel Fire, also known as brother B Forte Ill. You know, because that's another reason I'm holding on, because I don't want to just leave. Like I said, my email is Brandon, which you had to write which you had it spelled correctly. Forte is spelled Forte48 at gmail.com. So, you know what I'm saying? This is just information I just wanted to share with y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the live. I ain't gonna lie, it took a lot of energy getting my thoughts and stuff what I was gonna say. and spread the video. Spread the video. I'm not here to go against anybody that's anniversary dating. I'm not about that. I just want y'all to wake up and realize what's going on with the DNA, and that people really are using you for DNA purposes and for their genes to survive. And it's all about genetic survival. Honestly, it's not about what everybody think it is. It's about genetic survival. Brand, yeah, okay, yeah. Put the 48 right there between the E. Put 48 right there between the E and at gmail.com. Okay, so it's Brandon Forte at Gmail. Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. Okay, you got the last name correct, but put the 48 right there. Then you're gonna have Brandon 48 at gmail.com. Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. Those that want to reach out to me through email, I answer my emails. Yes, right there. Boom. Now add the Brandon in the beginning. Add Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. I have information in my hard drive on my phone. Man, I have information on the Washita. I have information on the civilization that was here before that was so-called black people. I mean, I have the Black Laws Dictionary. I have all them in PDF files, man. I send them to people like, yo, just do your own research. All I'm here is to be a person to point the direction. You know what I'm saying? Good, yeah, that's it. Yup. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't know that Dan Calloway sat at the table with the Moors. That's how he got all his information. I found that out from my Grand Sheik. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that Dan Calloway, he was signed to Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? He went by the name of Young Diesel. He's live out DC. You know what I'm saying? Yo, still be rapping. I don't know if he's still rock with Rock Nation though. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, he used to be called Young Diesel back in the day as a rapper out in DC. You can look at that. You can look that up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I mean, I just be careful who I listen to nowadays because everybody's not for our own best interest. I let it be known there's too many agents out there, so be careful out there. There's too many of them. There's too many of them. But just know that a lot of people that are agents, they do have information. Get the information from them and keep it moving. Um, I got nothing but respect for Dame. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where he came from, like as far as the DC when he was rapping, and now where he at now. You know what I'm saying? Him, Raw Hayes, a lot of them, they speaking a lot of stuff about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, they know, and I'm just here to confirm a lot of that stuff. Like dog, like nobody ain't lying, but we got to know the name of our tribes. The brother Asita Duke Tears, the brother Asita Duke Tears, he talk about a lot of that, about the nations and stuff, about the Nana Coat, all of that. Um, it's just about that time. We just gotta wake up, y'all. It's no more playing games. You feel me? No more playing games. We gotta know what time it is. We really do, because if we don't, man, these people gonna keep on messing us up. Like before I go, y'all remember how many times our people been trying to get reparations? You know why they can't get reparations? Because Black American or FBA or African American do not exist in the court of law, and that is not a name of a tribe. You don't have a tribal name. If you had a tribal name and you had a nation of people that was a part of your tribe, then you will be able to get reparations. You got to know what. I'm just being honest. It's not going to work. You're dealing with these people dealing with laws, and they be trying to break these laws, and they use a lot of language, etymology in law, in the words of law. I mean, the ways of law. So you got to know the etymology of words and all of that. You know what I mean? Am I trying to claim to be native? I know I am. My grandmother, her father, her mother, which is my great grandmother and grandfather. Exactly. English is a tricky language. And on my grandfather's side, we Creole. Look up what a Creole is. Look up what Creole is. I can't pronounce your name. Creole people are also indigenous. Hey, it depends. You gotta do the research. I can't tell you what nation. You gotta do the research. See, that's the thing. We want people to give us the answers. We gotta do the research. Like I can tell you, I reached out to other tribes. I reached out to the Yamasee and everything. Me and my dad, we working on stuff like that. Exactly. It depends. Like you gotta do the research. You see, the thing that Dan do, he tell you the information, but he can't tell you that you're a part of that tribe. You gotta do the research. You all we doing is pointing directions and for you to find that path to find out your bloodline and your DNA. We're putting information out there, but it's up to you as the person that's watching and listening to do the research. Now, now I will say that I will say this, and I'm gonna, there's two things. There's a couple things I'm gonna say. Then I'm out of here because I gotta warm my food up now. Uh Stevie Wonder, yeah, pretty much. What you just now said, family. If the nation accepts you, then you're part of the nation. Yeah, you got to go through a lot of. Probably you got to fill out applications and DNA tests. Who knows? I can't speak for all these other nations, okay? But Stevie Wonder have a song out that came out during the time that Spike Lee made the movie Bamboozle. The song that Stevie Wonder made is called "Misrepresented People." I mentioned this in another live. He mentioned he mentioned is in the song "Misrepresented People" by Stevie Wonder. And I'm gonna start off by what he said a little bit. I'm only paraphrasing or summarizing a little bit that I can remember. Don't take everything I say word for word on it. He said, in 1492, you came across these shores. You came across the Moors. There's an elder that's alive. Last time I checked, named Ron March. Ron March. He did an interview. He did an interview with the original copper colored empress on here. I think her last name is Hobart. Who I'm a mod who YouTube channel I'm a mod on her YouTube channel. And Ron March came on and said that black people of America need to realize that they are considered Moors, Moreno or Moors. They were called Moors when the colonizers came over here because they said that it was already melanated or black people over here. You gotta look at the continental drift. You gotta also look at the continental drift and Pangea. And also, you got to look up King Mansa Musa. He came over here too, and they don't tell you that Mansa Musa decided to stay here, and he let one of his relatives rule the kingdom of Mali. I'm not taking it as I'm not trying to insult you. If you say that you're native, I'm not saying that. I'm not here to insult you, but you got a lot of historical information. You got a whole lot of emphasis. You got to remember, palm colored people rewrote the whole history books. Don't forget, exactly, they burnt the Library of Alexandria. So I'm not here to insult nobody because my grandmother is indigenous, okay? My grandmother, yeah. You said y'all know your history. We do too. We know too. But you got to also remember that a guy named Henry Gates did a DNA. He did a DNA sample. He did a DNA sample and he came to a lot of people that said they was indigenous and found out they were some from Siberia. This is documented stuff now. I'm not here to debate. I'm not here to disrespect nobody. I know who my grandmother is. I know where she belongs and where she come from. She told me all the tribes that her family bloodline is connected to. But I'm just putting out facts out there. And also, let's be real that some some so-called indigenous people had so-called black slaves too. Let's be real about that also. Let's be real about that. Nobody don't want to talk about that. Um, yeah, those civilized tribes had so-called black slaves. Let's talk about that. So you saying somebody saying, I'm not here to insult. Let's see. When I bring that up, let's see what you're gonna say about that. Do you know about that? Because now before I get off here, I don't debate, but I'm gonna put facts out there now. Let's talk about the Dawes Rolls. Let's talk about the Dawes Rolls. Remember the Dawes Rolls? How many palm colored men put down $5 and said they were Indian? The term Indian was also a term for Moor too. I'm going by what I know what elders did research on and also what a lot of scholars did. You gotta look at the whole continental drift. The whole continental drift when Pangea was around, you know what I'm saying? You said it wasn't. Give me some facts then. So you saying that you saying it wasn't no it wasn't what wasn't what was not. I want to know because I want you to try to see if you can educate me on this because I'm telling you what I know. There's a book called They Came Before Columbus by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. So now you're saying that the so-called Native Americans did not have no black slaves. And I say so-called Native Americans because they called you Indians, and there's no such thing as an Indian because this is not India. Y'all were here exactly. Thank you, Marze. Thank you. See, this is what I'm saying. You saying y'all were here 100, like what, 130,000 years. Okay, okay. So that means that your ancestors look like me, then, right? Let's just talk about it. That means your ancestors also look like me, right? Because in the beginning, there always were people that look like us all across the planet. And Pangea, then you had Lemuria. See, this is. Mm, 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 mm. That's what I'm trying to say. See, I'm not on here to debate. I want to ask. I'm just waiting for you to answer that question because you saying the Dawes Rolls not real either. Because last time I checked, the Dawes Rolls was real when Caucasian men put down that they put down $5 because you got to remember this country did its people wrong, right? Okay, which means they say 700 million years ago, 700 years ago. That means that people that look like me was already over here, right? You also have archaeologists. Right, exactly. So that means that the archaeologists that found out that there was actually African or so-called black people, artifacts over here. So you saying that they were lying about that? Because I can tell you right now that those that are indigenous or so-called Native American, y'all also have African blood in you. I can tell you that too. I can tell you that too because a lot of your stuff came from a lot of African cultures. I mean, you want to go on? You want to go on? Let me know if I'm wrong because I'm laughing. You say I'm wrong. I'm laughing. You say I'm wrong because I know for a fact that I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm waiting for you to say that I'm wrong. Because I came across a young lady that was saying, "Yeah, we go back to Egypt. Like we go back to Egypt. So y'all go back to Egypt. So that means that you have African DNA, right? That means that your DNA go back to the mitochondrial DNA, right? Now I'm asking questions. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? You said I'm F wrong. I see what you put down saying and your F you're wrong or whatever, right? You saying and fuck you're wrong. Okay. If I'm so wrong, if I'm so wrong, you mean to tell me that you don't have African DNA? I want you to tell me this. Thank you, whoever handled that. I want you to tell me if I'm wrong about that. Then I'm gonna get off of here. See, I don't perform hate, but see, here's the thing. I know what tribes my grandmother told me that I'm connected to, and I know that I'm Creole, and I know Creole also has connection to indigenous people here too. So, I just want you to tell me. You mean to tell me that you don't have African DNA? I'm just curious. I'm real curious. Because you saying that somebody wrong, but you not really saying anything. You know what I'm saying? You said there was a census taken by the colonial authorities from the prisons before they sent us out of our territories. And they also put down that they said they would be Indian. They put down $5, and that's how they became a $5 Indian. That's the term that they use. Yo, how do I know? It's real simple. It's real simple. Back then, okay, we'll see. Don't worry about how I know. Just know that I do know. You got to remember, some of the tribes had so-called black slaves too, which also dealt with the freedmen, right? Isn't it a well-known fact that it took a lot of us to help out with some of those wars? Yes or no? Did it take a lot of us to help out with those wars too? And also, y'all also had slaves too. Let's be see. You didn't even answer the question I asked. That some of y'all had slaves. You didn't even answer that. That's the thing that I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a part of your community. What you talking about? Listen, y'all notice he or she didn't answer my question, and I said what I said. You said y'all freed them. Y'all also had slaves, right? Exactly, Marzia. We're natives to the planet. We were also here too. Why don't you just admit that? You don't want to admit that because that shows me. And then also you be y'all a lot of people listen to our music too. Let's be real. Like you don't want to at least say like, yeah, we had slaves too. You didn't even answer that. You didn't answer that. Dr. Claude Anderson even said that some of the civilized tribes had so-called black slaves. I'm waiting for you to answer that. Okay. If y'all are so that okay, but y'all also have I don't understand. You said I did try reading and okay, what do you mean by that? I'm trying to understand your English now. Because you coming over here getting mad at what I'm saying, but I have every right to say what I have to say, and I have every right to say what I want to say. Exactly. Exactly. Marze, you said exactly, family. That's what I'm saying. They trying to say that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm still waiting to act. I'm waiting for them to answer the question. What I asked, I said, did y'all have so-called black slaves? You see that it wasn't said, right? Okay, you still didn't answer my question. Also about y'all having black slaves. A lot of the tribes had black slaves. You still not answering that. You still didn't answer that. It's telling me, yeah. What did you say? Oh, y'all freed them. Y'all freed them. Well, why is the documents also that say that some of y'all had slaves also, and the freedmen, and also we want to talk about the Seminole Wars. Remember, you had so-called black men and women, or black men that help out with the Seminole Wars too, right? Let's talk about that. And these people are called the Gully Geechee people in South Carolina. So if I'm wrong, I'm waiting for you to prove that I'm wrong, and I'm not here to debate with anybody. But what I do know is what I know. I do a lot of reading myself. Y'all, yeah, yeah, fighting on the side of the. That's what I'm saying, Marzi. I'm trying to understand that point. We're fighting with the Caucasian man. No, 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 no. Don't say that we on that side over here. Don't say that we on us. Exactly. Just look up the information. See, don't do that. We could say that you hating on us. You come over here disrespecting us. We could say you coming on here and you calling me out names and saying F this and F that. But the thing is, you're you, you're laughing at the whole Pangea thing. It happened several million years ago, right? But why are archaeologists finding out that there were actually so-called black people over here too? Why you don't want to admit that? Why you don't want to admit that? Then I said that Henry Gates did Did a DNA. Did DNA years ago on people that said they were indigenous here. And he said that he found out they are actually from Siberia. Now, I'm not saying all of you. I'm not saying all of you. Nope. Okay. Who said I'm trying to take y'all history? I see you don't be trying to take on Dan Calloway though, do you? You don't want to take on Dan Calloway. Thank you. Oh my, thank you, family. See that? Like see, see. That's what yo. That's y'all. Listen, listen, if we are indigenous on this planet, what makes you think we're not indigenous over here? That's what you trying to say. We trying to take your culture. Nobody ain't trying to take nobody culture. I just mentioned the Washington Empress that was over here that passed away. She know about being over here. You don't even want to acknowledge that. You don't want to acknowledge that there was actually so-called black people that were indigenous over here. You don't even want to acknowledge that. You don't even want to acknowledge that. He said, "Yeah, because we crossed over in our travels." Y'all listen. He just look. He just now said, "Yeah, we because we crossed over in our travels." He said they crossed over here on their travels. That's the continental drift, which means you're not really indigenous over here. What are you saying, family? What you saying? I'm not debating with you. I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying. Everybody trying to figure out what you're saying. Like, how can you say, "Oh, y'all not over here, but y'all indigenous to the planet"? You know how crazy that sounds? Y'all indigenous to the planet, but not over here, dude. That sounds so asinine. What the hell are you saying? What are you saying? And then you just admit that y'all crossed over here on y'all travels. Oh my gosh, y'all see this? Y'all see this? I'm trying to understand. And everybody else trying to understand. What are you saying? You trying to say that we're not, but you say we are indigenous to the planet. Y'all listen. We're indigenous to the planet, but not over here, y'all. This is what they said. I can't even pronounce the person's name. If that's really their name, I don't even know. But it's like I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to let you know if we're indigenous to the planet, if we're indigenous to this planet, why are we not indigenous over here? Just tell me the reason. If we're indigenous to this planet, why are we not indigenous over here? Where it's a well-known fact that all of these archaeologists. Yeah, my phone died. So man, these still going off. Yo said, exactly. Yeah, I'm back. My phone died. So nobody's not lying. Yo, somebody need to boot him off of here. Because my phone died. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a continuation. I'm gonna make a continuation of this. You know what I'm saying? Because this person is wilding. I know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like we can't say we want to say, but what I'm gonna do a continuation of this. Probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's what, Saturday. We're gonna finish this. I'm gonna try to remember everything that I said, y'all. Um, my phone died. My phone didn't even give me the alert that my phone died. So I can only imagine. Like, but y'all notice that that person didn't answer my question about having so-called black slaves, right? He didn't answer that. Like he said he did, but he didn't answer that. You feel me? He gonna try to say, "Oh, I said we freed them." No, not all y'all did free 'em. I don't know where you get that from. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Marze, I appreciate all of y'all. Exactly. I appreciate everybody that was on here. We're gonna finish this tomorrow. He probably do think that the Arabs are Egyptian, but because I'm looking at everything that happened, my phone died. Right, we keep on debunking them. Like, Yeah. I love y'all on here. We're gonna finish this tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? That's we gonna finish this tomorrow. Y'all want me to finish this tomorrow? Add a part two to it. We just come back on here and vibe again. If y'all gonna come back on here, let's do it. I'll do it. I'm just waiting for y'all to tell me, yeah, y'all want to do that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna finish this because, like I said, he was gonna challenge Dan Calloway, but he was trying to challenge me. All right, good. You see, he wouldn't challenge Dane because he know Dane is gonna pull out everything. You know what I'm saying? Because Dane would have had everything. Good. Because I'm gonna try to remember what everything I said because when my phone died, it kind of messed up the whole flow. But when you came up here trying to debunk us and we knew what we was talking about, it was crazy. You feel me? So, peace, love to everybody. Let's let this channel grow. Let's really start building from this channel. When this channel find out, it's not just my channel, it's y'all channel. Let's build from now on. I just think this stuff is funny. Because if I was Dan Calloway, he would have did that. Everybody know that he would have did that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Marze, he not gonna have no answers about the Seminole, man. Family, listen, he not, he didn't know much. I mean, because you're gonna say that we indigenous to the planet, but then you're gonna say we're not also indigenous here. That's asinine. It's asinine. And I mentioned a sister named Miss Nebraska on TikTok. The sister Miss Nebraska on TikTok, she got a lot of information to share with everybody. So I'm just letting y'all know. Miss Nebraska on TikTok, watch her videos. She talk about the connection with Louisiana and Haiti. She also go through the laws and everything. Miss Nebraska on TikTok, listen to her too. All right. So you know, that's all I want to say to y'all, family. We're going to finish this tomorrow. I love all of y'all, all the new mods. I'm welcome on. Welcome. Y'all can email me and y'all can let me know what y'all want us to talk about, stuff that's on y'all mind, and I'm gonna let y'all take the floor. I'll let y'all take the floor in the chat, and eventually I'm just gonna have y'all come up on and just say what y'all have to say and see how you feel, so people can start listening to y'all too. I'm for real about this. It's time to change the narrative once and for all now. And then had the nerve to say that we're on the Caucasian people team. Like what? Like what? Where you get this information from? Saying we choosing their side. Anybody ever notice how we're left by ourselves to defend? We're left by ourselves to defend. We don't have no allies. Dr. Claude Anderson said that. Like, are you serious right now? Hell, even that's just a whole lot. Last time I checked, they listen to hip hop too. Last time I checked, everybody look up to us. So I'm not gonna sit here and got time for that. We gonna be fine. I just wanna let y'all know. Y'all say y'all down for it. We gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna look at the title again, and I'm gonna use the same title, but I'm gonna put down part two, and we're gonna finish this. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's over here teaching hate. Everybody just putting out facts out there. The dolls rolls, all that stuff. That stuff is real. Hell, even Tariq Nasheed talked about that. Even Asir the Duke of Tears talking about that. I see he wouldn't battle with nobody named Asir. Asir would have broke him down too. It's out there. It's out there. It's all love to everybody on this planet, but we just gotta put the facts out there now. Love all of y'all. Y'all have a great day. I'm gonna have my phone charged, and let's just go ahead and keep it cool. And let's keep nothing but love and keep the vibes good. I love y'all. Peace, love, light, supreme balance. Y'all take care.